Okay, so everyone able to practice this mamming? Any doubts or any questions? And now we are going to use, see, we have seen how this mamming is going to skip the pace or listen. Okay, so now we have seen the repositories also. So actually, mamming is going to support three types of repositories. Okay, so one is the public or central repository from where you are going to download all the required dependencies. Okay, so what is this repository? So this repository contains all the third-party jars which are conveniently placed in a big repository structure. Okay. So Maven will defaultly go to those repositories and then fetch the third-party jars. So you might have seen, right? Maven.org, repo.maven.org. It will connect to that and it will download. So that repository will call as central or public. And after connecting to that, it will download and it will keep it in your local machine. That I'll call as a local repository that is present in C colon users. There you have .m2 directory. Okay, where it fetches third-party jars and keeps it in local system for faster access. Every time you do the operations from the Maven. Okay, Maven first looks for the local repository. If it is not present, then it will connect to the internet and then it will fetch those things from the public repository. Okay. And then there is another one called remote repository or enterprise repository or internal repository. Everything is same. Okay. Remote or internal or enterprise repository. See, your company also generates jar var files. Okay. Where will you put that actually? So you don't put them in public. That is your company proprietary property, right? So if you put the public, anybody can access that. So you will set a proxy in your company so that in the proxy repository, you will put your company artifacts. Okay. Suppose your project has 4 modules or components. So in teams, each team has one jar as their output. Okay. The top team will include all these jar files and generate a one particular war file, which is used by others. Okay. So these are 4 teams having their intermediate binaries. Okay. So the parent team needs access to these binaries. Where will, okay. So then how will the team, okay, the parent team is going to access them. So where will they put their intermediate binaries? They can't put in public repository as anyone can access that. Okay. And it will be used by a lot of other people also. Right. So they can't put in local repository because I can't access from your machine. Okay. That is one more thing. So they will have an intermediate repository, which is only for your company. Okay. Or I'll call this one as enterprise repository, internal repository, or remote repository. Okay. So if you want to have a dependency on my own company jars, then I use enterprise repository. Okay. So where after the build, your team artifacts are going to be shared with other team members so that I am going to store those things in a remote repository or enterprise repository or internal repository. Okay. So this I'll call it as a remote repository. So remote will be using it, okay, when we integrate with the Jenkins. this remote repository we'll call it as like JFrog is the vendor. They are going to provide the repository, or we can call it as Nexus repository. Okay, so that you are going to store those things there, and other team members can also access it. Fine. So these are the three types of repositories which is used by the map. Okay. Who is going to share the screen? So who wants to share this? So what happened? Nobody wants to share the screen.
Sir, shall I share, sir?
Okay. Go to C colon. The users. .m2 folder. So inside this .m2 folder, we have repositories. See, this file called as a local repository. Yeah. So here it is downloaded all other third-party jars which is required to build your project. So go, okay, keep this as it is. Next, open another window where you have created the Maven practice folder. Now you have to keep that as it is. Okay. So now go inside this sample app. Format XML. Open the format XML. See, here there is something called dependency. Okay. In this dependencies, you have one dependency which is called JUnit. Okay. So JUnit is your dependency. So that to run your test case, it is going to download this JUnit jar files 4.11 to your local machine. Okay. So now go and check in that .empty folder. This JUnit will be there and 4.11 will be there. Just go and check. Wait. Okay, go to users. JUnit. Click on it. JUnit. See, 4.11 is there. Okay. So like this, you can define the dependency. So this 4.11, from where it is downloading actually, there is a central repository, a public repository from where it goes to download. Okay. So if you want, just go to browser. Open a new window, browser. Maven repositories. Click on Maven repositories. See, there is a mavenrepository.com. Go inside this. See, here there will be a lot of dependency jars how we can download. So now if you want to check JUnit, okay, just type JUnit here. The search. JUnit. See, it will show you all the JUnit versions whichever it is present. Okay. So if you click here, second one, JUnit. Scroll down. See, there are so many versions here. Okay. So we are downloading 4.11 and 4.12, something like this. Okay, just go up. See, the latest one is 4.13. Just scroll down. Slowly. Go up for 4.13. Go up. See, there is 4.13.1, 4.13, something like that. So click on 4.13.1. Scroll down. See, this is your code. Okay. So you can take this dependency from here and I can put it over in the format XML so that it will take this dependency. So if you see the format XML, the code will be similar. Just go and open the format XML and see dependencies. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ XML ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಬ್ರೌಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೌಸರ್. ಇದಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬ್ರೌಸರ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ್ಲೇ. ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಸಿ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ಬ್ರೌಸರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಮ್ಯಾವಿನ್ ರೆಪಾಸಿಟರಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ನೋಡಿ ಹೇಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ if you don't know anything about the dependency, how to mention what is the code, just you can take it from here and then put it over here. That's it in a format. See, if you want now, if you want to change the version, you can change 4.13.1. You can change like this, depending on the requirement. Okay. And if you want to install something log4j dependency, just go back here in the left side. If you want to search for a, just go back one more. Instead of JNet, log4j. Log. Don't give space. Okay, search. It shows different types of log4j. So click on second one. Scroll down. See, there are different versions, okay, of log4j. If you click on that log4j, any one of the version, it will show the code. Scroll down. See, this is how we're going to. You can take this dependency and below this dependencies, inside that you have a dependency, and one more you can copy and put it out so that it will download this log4j from this central repository. Okay, so this is the difference between local repository and the central repository, and then you can add the code from here. Okay, so if you don't know also, you can get it. Okay, so this is how the dependencies works actually. When you mention any dependency, so it will connect to the central repository and then it will download from there. Okay, got it? Okay. So now, how this is going to connect to this central repository? Okay, when I say Maven package, how it is going to connect to the central repository? How the Maven knows where exactly to connect and download. So what is the setting you have? Okay, so now go to the folder where you have format XML, something like that. So go to the folder where you have installed the Maven, okay? Maven software. Go to inside that folder. See, there is a one folder called conf. Okay, this is a very important thing. Okay, open this. There is a file called settings.xml. See settings. Open this. Okay. So if you don't have the setting.xml, your Maven is not going to work. Okay. So this is the configuration file where it has mentioned all the details from where you should connect. Okay. Which is the URL and from which is the locals, all these things. See, there are, okay, some information provided here. So this is the configuration file. So if you scroll down, just scroll down slowly. Wait. See, by default, where it goes, settings.xml, maven.apache.org. Okay. So it will connect to this section, maven.apache.org. From there, it will download all your required third-party JARs. Okay, it is mentioned here. And .m2 folder, this is your local repository. Okay. So in the same way, there are so many other contents. Just scroll down. See, there is something called proxies. Okay. So if you want to set up a proxy server, okay, instead of connecting to that Maven Apache org, okay, so you can set up your own location and then you can give the information about those things. Which is your proxy server, where is this, who is the username, password, all these things you can give it in this proxy contents. Okay, scroll down. There is something called servers. Okay. So if you want to specify the authentication information to use when you are connecting to a particular server. So instead of going to the different servers, if you have your own servers, then you can mention those things here. Okay, username, password, all these things. Okay, just scroll down. There is something called mirrors. So instead of connecting to the Maven repository, sometimes it may take it a lot of time to connect to that if you are based on your internet speed. So instead of that, you can create your own server configuration and then, okay, the exact mirror, whatever present in the remote repository, same thing you can keep it in your company, okay, repository. That I'll call it as a mirror, exact mirror. Okay, so that it will go and it will download from there. Okay, see, that's what it says. Specify a repository mirror site to use instead of given repository. Okay, so the repository that mirrors the servers, okay, serves as an ID that matches your mirror element. Okay, so that means whatever mirror, exact mirror you are going to create it, that you can define it in this path. Okay, next, scroll down. There is something called profile. Yeah, this is important. Okay, what is this profile? How can I use this? See, so you have a different environments. Okay, dev environment, QA environment, test environment, all this. So instead of writing format XML for each and every, okay, environment, I'll maintain the same format XML. Inside that, I'm going to define a node called profiles. Inside that profile, I'm going to define a different profile. Okay, one profile. See down, actually, there is something called profile. The ID is JDK 1.4, and then activation I'm going to do like this. Okay, so this is for one version of Java. Okay, this is, they're taken it as an example for this 1.4. Now I want to do a build for 1.8. So instead of writing another format XML, I'll add one more profile. Below that, I will change this JDK to 1.8. In the same way, if it is 11, I'll add one more profile down. Okay, and then I'll add one more JDK as 1.11. So something like that, you can go on adding the profiles. Okay. Now I want to build a customized build for different versions or different environments. Then instead of going and writing the Format XML again from the starting, I will create a profile. In that, I'm going to add the ideas JDK 1.4, JDK 1.8, separate things, 3 things. So whenever I want to run a build, I will invoke this profile so that it will choose only this, not the entire thing. Okay. So that is the use of this profile. So if you want to do the customization of your build with the different parameters, then you can use this profile. Okay. Scroll down. Leave this, open another browser. Just say again, Maven build profile. Open. Different username, so the system looks different. So this we'll call it as a profile. In the same way, build also we have some profile concept. Okay. So it will be having a set of configuration values which can be used to set or override the default. So for what purpose we are going to use this build profile? You can customize build for different environments, such as dev, QA, pre-production, something like that. So profiles are specified in Format XML file using its active profile elements, and you can trigger that. Okay, you can define it in the Format XML also. Just scroll down, see that Format XML down. See, in this Format XML down, you can mention profiles. Okay, inside the profiles you have profile. So what is the idea I'm going to give? This is a test environment. Okay, and then build. So I'll use some plugins. Now scroll down. This is a test environment. Okay, there will be another profile. This we'll see. So just scroll down. Go down, go down. Go down. Just go up, go up. Wait. Here there is another ID test. Okay. So profile below this ID is test, and then activation you can define it. Okay. So you can activate it in a different way. Okay. Right. Now go up. See how I can invoke this. Wait. Just go up little bit. Wait. Go up. Wait. Just scroll down. Wait. So this is the command to invoke your profile. See, MVN Maven, package, whatever you are running the phase. Here instead of test, I can say package. Okay. So they are running the test phase here. Right? Validate, compile, test, package, something like that. So here they are using MEN test. Instead of test, I'm going to use MEN package. After that, you have to give -p. So this is the option to pass the profile name as an argument. Okay, -p, capital P. And after that, what is the profile you have written that you have to pass? What is the profile ID? Test. Or another profile if you have dev. -p test, -p dev, -p prod, -p QA, whatever environments you have, that you have to provide it here, which you have mentioned it in a profile ID. So if you go and check what is the profile ID I have mentioned, just go up. ID test. So when I was invoking the profile -p with the option test. If it is ID is dev, then you have to change -p option. -p, after that you give dev. If it is production, -p prod, something like that. If it is a different Java versions, instead of here ID, okay, test, instead of test, if I have mentioned Java JDK 1.8, then you have to give -p JDK 1.8. If it is a different version. So like this, you can include profiles in your format XML. So profile ID is test, profile ID is dev, profile ID is QA, profile ID is prod. So you have 4 profiles here. So when you are running the build, so if you don't mention anything, it will run all the 4 profiles. So I don't want to run all the 4. If I want to run a particular one, then you can scroll down and you can give the option. Scroll down. See, MEN package -p and then the profile name. Dev environment. If you give dev, it will run only for dev. Even though you have 4 environments in your format XML, it will run only that profile. Okay, got it? So this is very important. So in any format XML, if you download any sample, if you find a profile, then you should understand there is a customized build which is configured for a particular things. So there may be a different versions, there may be a different things. Okay, so that is what profile. Got it? So why we are going to use this build profile? So your applications which needs a data, okay, something you imagine that you have a database, okay, which needs database access. You want to run some database scripts as a part of your build process. Okay, today you may be running the build on dev server. So you may be using the username and password of your dev server database. Tomorrow you may be okay running on UAT environment where multiple users test your applications. Okay, there you need to give a database username and password of the database of that environment. Okay, so like this, for different environment, you have a different username and then okay password for the database. So in a centralized database server where you get multiple databases. Okay, in dev server you want in dev server, okay, you have to point to the database configured for that server. Okay, so like this, you will be having a different environment. So you need to use same format XML and use a different DB combination